x greater than 1. Okay, we take a general point C just like we have taken in there, and we try to find whether the function is continuous at this general point or not. If it is continuous at C, then we can directly say that the function is continuous at all points where x is greater than 1. So let us prove. It's the same way we did. So when C is greater than 1, then FC is how much? You see x greater than 1 is what? X minus 5. So when C is greater than 1, FC is equal to C minus 5. Because C is a number which is greater than 1. Yes or no? Clear? Now again, C is a general point. I'm talking about general point. And for a general point, the left hand limit and right hand limit we don't have to find. We just have to find the combined limits. Okay? So now what I will do is limit x tends to C fx is equal to limit x tends to C x minus 5. Why x minus 5? Because they are talking about C greater than 1. And C greater than 1 is x minus 5. So we got C minus 5. So can I say FC is equal to this thing? Yes or no? FC is equal to limit of that limit of the function at that point C. Yes or no? Yes or no? So can I say the function is continuous at all points x greater than 1? Because we found that the function is continuous for all general points, right? For all general points greater than 1. So the function is continuous. So the function is continuous for all points x greater than 1. Everyone understood? Yes or no? Yes or no? Okay. Acha, one thing I will tell you, this one. No, you have to do it. Acha, fine, I will tell you. One thing I will tell you. Always remember, whenever you are taking a general point, okay, whenever you are taking a general point like this, the function will always be continuous. You are looking at the function to be continuous, right? So whenever you will be taking a general point like this, the function will always be continuous. Think like that. So whenever we are taking a general point, the function will be always continuous. Okay? We have to think like that. But we have to solve problem like this only. We cannot write directly. Because the function is, there is a general point in the function is continuous. We cannot write like that. We have to solve like this. Okay? Now what I will do is, now what is left off? Can anybody tell me what is left now? What is left? Look at the graph and what is left. At which point we haven't discussed whether the function is continuous or not? Please tell me, guys. Fast. At which point we haven't yet discussed? X less than 1 discussed. X greater than 1 discussed. Is the function continuous at x equal to 1? Is this discussed? Yes or no? Did we discuss x equal to 1? No. So now we have to check whether the function is continuous at x equal to 1 or not. Acha, without even checking, can you tell me, is the function continuous at x equal to 1? Is the function continuous at x equal to 1?
Yes.
Acha, fine. You told me the function is continuous at x equal to 1. Let me prove you wrong now. Look at here now. Acha, now here always remember one thing. Whenever we have like this x greater than 1, x less than 1, x greater than 5, always think that we have to take a general point C. Understood? And whenever we have a point like this 1, understood? If, listen very carefully, whenever we have a point like this 1, it is very important. We can never assume the left hand limit is equal to right hand limit. Why? Whenever we are discussing about a point, we have to find the left hand limit and right hand limit. Understood? It's very compulsory. Whenever we are finding the function to be continuous at one point, at a single point, then we have to find left hand limit is equal to right hand limit. Okay? So what we have to find for a function to be continuous at a point? We have to find what? LHL at 1 must be equal to RHL at 1, and it must be equal to the value of the function at 1. Everyone clear or not? Yes or no? Yes or no? Understood? If all these three are equal, then we can say that the function is continuous at x equal to 1. So let's check whether it's continuous at x equal to 1 or not. So case 3, if c is equal to 1, now I am taking the point to be 1. Then the left hand limit of f at x equal to 1 is, so what is the left hand limit? The left hand limit is given by limit x tends to 1 minus fx. Do everyone agree? Yes or no? That is our left hand limit, right?
Yes, sir.
So tell me, 1 minus means how much? 1 minus means what? Now look at the graph. 1 minus, now I will draw a graph like this. Wait a second. Acha, I will do with this one. Acha, 1 minus means what? Look, everyone, look at this graph carefully. This is x equal to 1 line, right? 1 minus means what? Less than 1. Aha, I cannot do with this one. Tell me. Please tell me, guys, everyone. 1 minus means what? Less than 1. And less than 1 means what? It lies in the left hand side. That's why it's called left hand limit. And then 1 plus will be what? Always draw a diagram like this. It's very, very nice to be a very, very clear thing. So this is our 1 minus. This line, blue line is our 1. And this yellow line is our 1 plus. Okay? Now, can anybody tell me 1 minus, for 1 minus, what will be fx? Which one will be fx for 1 minus? Which one will be fx for 1 minus? Which fx will come for 1 minus? 1 minus is less than 1. So it will be x plus 5. Everyone agree or not? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Now do one thing. So limit x tends to 1 minus fx. So in place of fx, I'm writing x plus 5. Because x less than 1, the function is x plus 5. So now put 1 in there. 1. Acha, everyone please clarify yourself. 1 minus does not mean minus 1. Okay? 1 minus is not equal to minus 1. Please very, very clear about this one. 1 minus means a number which is very, very small. Which is very, very closer to 1. Acha, I will give you an example of 1 minus. 1 minus is like this: 0.99999999999. This is an example of 1 minus. It is very, very close to 1. Everyone clear? Okay? It's not equal to minus 1. So please be very, very clear. So now 0.999. Can I say 0.999 so many nines is equivalent to 1? It's equivalent to 1 only, right? We try to find approximate value, right? So now in place of in this limit, what I will do is I will put in place of x as 1. If you put x as 1, so 1 plus 5 becomes 6. Everyone agree? Yes or no? You have found out left hand and right hand limit in your class 11. Now what will be the right hand limit? The right hand limit of the function f at x equal to 1 is how much? At x equal to 1, the right hand limit is what? Limit x tends to 1 plus. And 1 plus means what? 1 plus means more than 1. And more than 1 means x minus 5. So in place of fx, I'm going to write x minus 5. So x becomes 1, 1 minus 5. Acha, 1 plus means 1. Acha, somebody will ask me what does 1 plus signify? 1 plus means a number which is very, very closer to 1 but more than 1. So 1 plus, I will give an example of 1 plus. It is 1.000000000000001. So it's a number which is closer to 1 but more than 1. Okay? So this is our 1 plus. Now 1 minus 5 is equal to minus 4. Okay? Now the next thing, I found out left hand limit, I found out right hand limit. What is our next thing to find? I need to find out the value of the function at that point 1. Can anybody tell me what is the value of the function at point 1? What is the value of function at the point 1? I think we haven't shown in here. We have to show it in here. I forgot to show. So everyone look at here. We have to write f of 1. Can anybody tell me what is f of 1? F of 1 means what? X equal to 1. And x equal to 1 means what? X plus 5. So it will be 1 plus 5, so that is equal to 6. Yes or no? Now my question is, when can the function be continuous at x equal to 1? When left hand limit is equal to right hand limit is equal to f1. Is it true? Is the left hand limit is equal to right hand limit is equal to the value of the function at the point 1? Yes or no? Yes or no?
No.
So what we can say, since the left hand limit and right hand limit of f at x equal to 1 do not coincide. Do not coincide means what? They are not equal. F is not continuous. F is not continuous at x equal to 1. Hence x equal to 1 is the only point of discontinuity of f. Am I clear, everyone? Yes or no? Yes or no? Understood? I hope everyone understood why 1 is known as the point of discontinuity of the function, because at the point 1 the function becomes discontinuous. Am I clear? Yes or no?